Hello, good morning guys. Welcome to the module number 4 ng ating English 2 subject. This is the very first module for the midterm period, and this is module number 4, listening for pronunciation. As you all know, we did not have time to discuss this last Tuesday because of class suspensions. So here I am. I'm going to record it for your reference, for your review, and so that you could listen back, so you could listen to this presentation soon in the future. Okay? So, let's go ahead and discuss listening for pronunciation. But first of all, class, I want you to know that listening is a soft skill that allows people to understand the information others convey to them. Okay? So, ang mga tao, we have the hard skills and then we have the soft skills. Soft skills are like people skills, relationship skills. So these are the skills that make us better interact with other people. Okay? So other examples would be like being a good team player, emotional intelligence, being able to provide good feedback to other people. You know, those are the examples of soft skill. And listening is also an example of a soft skill. Okay? So as a student, listening skills are crucial as you need to listen and comprehend a variety of academic and social conversations that may involve during your campus life. So, totoo ito. Okay? I can only imagine the number of subjects na enrolled kayo. You have to learn a lot of things, no? Naka-compartmentalize na nga yung tipong may mga compartments na yung mga utak ninyo, no? There is a compartment for you to understand PE, English, and then major subjects, and then ethics, and so on and so forth. Okay? So, ang dami nyong kailangang aralin, ang dami nyong kailangang pakinggan ng mga instructor at professors. And then, so definitely yes, no. Listening is a crucial skill that a student like you has to have. So in this module, there will be activities that you can use to improve students' listening comprehension by making them understand differences in pronunciation. So one more thing that I'd like you to realize is kung gaano kalaki, no, yung ginugugol ng isang individual sa pakikinig as compared to the other skills, no, yung English skills. So 45% of our time is spent on listening, whereas we only spend 30% sa pagsasalita, 16% sa pagbabasa, and then 9% lamang for writing. So you can just imagine, okay? So this is why madami nagsasabi that listening is the most challenging of all the skills in English. Okay? Everybody hears, but not everybody listens. Ika nga. Okay? By now, I hope you guys understand the difference between hearing, plain hearing, and listening. No? There's a difference between the two. Okay? Ang hearing, that's just the ear doing its primary purpose, no? Nakakarinig lang tayo. Okay? But listening is you listen intently, purposively, hinihimay mo yung mensahe, yung ideya na pinaparating sa iyo or yung napakikinggan mo. Okay? So there are a lot of factors that contribute to having difficulty in listening. Okay, as you can see in the slide, it could be the speaker talking quickly. Okay, number one enemy ito ng mga call center agents ng mga Pilipino, and I can attest to that. Especially when you have customers na talagang mabilis magsalita. Oh my God, it is very difficult for them to listen attentively. Okay? Kasi ang dami din na-digest, no? daming tinatapon, tas ang bilis-bilis pa magsalita. Background noise is also a contributing factor, of course. A lack of visual clues. Yan, okay. Visual clues. Typically, di ba, pag ako'y nag-online class, I turn my camera on. So, nakikita niyo yung expressions ng mukha ko, nakikita niyo yung galaw ko, mga ganyan. So, those are what we call the visual clues. Okay? So, nakikita niyo how I explain ideas and how kung nagmamatch ba yung aking mga visuals, yung aking katawan. But that is something that is absent, especially on conversations happening over the telephone. Okay? Hindi mo naman nakikita yung itsura ng kausap mo unless, of course, you're doing video call. Okay? Another contributing factor would be the listener's limited vocabulary. Okay? A lack of knowledge of the topic and inability to distinguish individual sounds. So definitely one of the best ways to learn a language well and to do well on the test is to use English in real life. Okay? So some of you maybe, you speak and you use English in some aspects of your life when you're talking to your friends, when you post something on Facebook or when you post something on Twitter, okay, when you speak to your nephews or nieces, you speak English, okay? So that's really the best way. Hindi yung passive lang, okay? You really have to use it and practice the use of English para talaga mag-improve. Okay. So, another thing that I'd like to tell you guys, that there are a lot of careers that require excellent listening skills. Mind you, class, the term here is excellent listening skills. It's not average, it's not good listening skills, it's excellent listening skills. Yes. Okay. Hindi pwedeng average listening skills na mga gatong trabaho. Okay? So, excellent listening skills are necessary to perform the primary job duties of these and other occupations. Number 1, it's not ranked naman, no? The first here is the mental health counselor. Okay? So, alam natin kung gaano ka-importante na ang isang counselor is able to listen to the stories, to the statements of the patient. Okay? And not only that, kailangan marunong din siya magbasa ng in between the lines, napaka-crucial para sa isang counselor to be able to listen effectively sa kanyang pasyente. Okay? We also have the judge, of course. Syempre, makikinig ka sa mga defenses and statements ng mga taong nasa korte, both parties. So, kailangan excellent ang listening skills mo dyan. Social worker. Yes. Okay? I'd like to tell you that this is one of the most underrated, underpaid professions dito sa Pilipinas. Social worker kasi, guys, lahat ng age group parang kaharap nila, yung mga bata, mga binata, mga young adults, mga senior citizens, talagang kausap nila. So, nag-iiba yung kanilang approach whenever they are dealing with a certain age group. Okay? Psychologists, air traffic controller, physician, lawyer, mediator, and school principals. Okay? These are the careers na talagang kailangan, no? If you plan to pursue a career that is listed on this slide, okay, you better have an excellent listening skill. Okay? So, laktawan na natin na yan. Alright, so let's now go to the proper discussion for this module. So, of course, we go back to the basics. Okay? So, let's discuss the vowels and consonants. Class, I'm pretty sure you all know this na. Just a little bit of a refresher. Here are our vowels and our consonants. Okay? So, we have 5 vowels and we have 21 consonants. Okay, as you can see in your slide. So bakit ko to dinidiscuss? It's because I'd like to discuss the voiced and the voiceless consonants. Okay, may boses at walang boses. Hindi, no, not like that. Okay, so ang mga consonants natin, class, no, they are divided into 2 types, the voiced and the voiceless. So yung voiced consonants require the use of the vocal cords to produce their signature sounds. Ang voiceless consonants, they do not. Okay? I'd like to give you a picture on this one. Okay, so yung mga voiced consonants na nakikita nyo examples dyan, yung B, D, G, J, and so on and so forth. When you produce the sounds of these consonants, kailangan nagva-vibrate or gumagalaw ang inyong vocal cords. Ang vocal cords nyo itong nasa may bandang leeg. Okay, yung may mapaba na yan. So just try to create the sound of letter B, 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 B. Letter D, 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 D. Letter G, 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 G. Okay? Hawakan nyo yung leeg ninyo. Okay? And then mararamdaman nyo that your vocal cords are vibrating. If it vibrates, then the consonant is voiced. Okay? Alright. So, as compared to the voiceless consonants naman, when you produce the sounds of these consonants, the vocal cords do not move. Okay? So, ang sound ay magmumula lang pretty much from your mouth lang. From your mouth lang manggagaling yung sound. Like, for example, CH. The sound comes from your lip, from your teeth. Okay? Same with F. Hindi gumagalaw ang vocal cords. Same with G, S, Sh, T, and then TH. Okay? Alright. So, again, these are the voiced consonants and then the voiceless consonants. So, and then we have the vowels, the A, E, I, O, U. And then the diphthongs. Diphthongs, ito yung mga combinations of 2 vowel sounds. For example, yung O and I, pag pinagsama, it creates the sounds of OY. Okay? Pag pinagsama ang letter A and then I, it becomes I. No? Okay? So again, remember, vowel sounds are all voiced. Okay? They require vocal cords, no, para mag-produce ng sound ng vowel sounds. And that also includes the letter Y when pronounced like a long E. Okay, example sa salitang city, pity, gritty, okay? Doon sa second syllables, mararamdaman nyo na gumagalaw talaga yung vocal cords. Okay? Alright, okay, now, this is just one rule, okay, when dealing with voiceless consonants, okay? So, when we encounter words that ending in ED, okay, as you can see, there are words ending in ED here. Now, if the ED is preceded, when we talk about preceded, sinusundan, okay? Sinusundan ng letter K, for example, parked, barked, marked, okay? Then, the letter K, the letter ED is pronounced as voiceless T. Okay? The ED is pronounced as voiceless T. So, we say parked, barked, marked, as you can see in the slide. Okay? Now, if the ED is preceded by letter B or letter V, as you can see, we have an example, robbed, thrived. Then, the ED is pronounced as the voiced D, matunog na D. So, it becomes robbed, thrived. Okay? And then, if the ED is preceded by a vowel, let's say A, E, I, O, U, and then we have an example here, freed, fried, lied, then the ED is pronounced as the voiced D. Now, since vowels are also always voiced. So we say freed, fried, lied. Okay? Okay, so the next time you encounter a word, okay, and then the ED is preceded by a K, remember, pronounce it as voiceless T. Ano ba bang other examples niyan? Yung mga, ayan, ano ba? Baked. Yan. Yan. Baked. Okay. Pronouncing TH, ito yung voiceless. Ayan, okay. Nakita nyo kanina dun sa graph na may voice TH at may voiceless TH. So, ito yung voiceless TH. Okay? So, it can be placed in the beginning, the middle, or in the end of a word. Okay, let's begin this. I hope you practice this on your end. So, let's pronounce think. Think. Okay? So, voiceless siya. Yung TH sounds ay nagmumula lang sa upper teeth mo, upper part ng bunganga mo, ng bibig mo rather. Okay? Hindi gumagalaw ang vocal cords. Same with thick, thank, theme, 30. Okay? So the beginning of the word, hindi kailangan ng vocal cords. The voice only comes from your mouth. Okay? In the middle, we say something, fathom, arithmetic, faithful, nothing. Okay? And it can also be placed towards the end. We say breath, teeth, bath, death, broth. Okay? Do you notice there? At the beginning of the word, sa br, voiced consonants sila, and then towards the end, it becomes voiceless. Now, hindi na nagva-vibrate yung vocal cords. Breath, teeth, na gumagalaw sa umpisa yung vocal cords, and then towards the end, sa TH, wala na. Bath, death, broth. Yan. Okay? So, that's how we use the voiceless TH. So let's contrast voiceless TH with an aspirated T, the typical T. Okay? So we have thank, tank. Thin, tin. Okay? 3, tree. Faith, fate. Fourth, fort. Broth, brought. Path, pat. All right, very good. So, remember sa voiceless, okay, sa voiceless, may letter H tayo dyan. So, lagyan nyo ng papel sa letter H. Lagyan nyo din ng sound yan. Okay, but the TH sound comes from just your mouth. Okay, it does not need the vocal cords. Again, this is for the voiceless. Okay, voiced naman tayo. Voiced TH. Okay, kapag voiced TH, we use our vocal cords. Okay? So, ang voice TH, pwede rin siya in the beginning, middle, or end ng word. So, for example, we say this, this, this. Okay? These. So, when you pronounce the word, the, gumagalaw ang vocal cords nyo. No? Kailangan gumalaw. Okay? Mag-vibrate. Those, they. Okay? It could also be placed in the middle like feather, leather, further, gather. Okay? So, kung ikukumpara natin ng voice TH, parang mas matigas siya kumpara doon sa voiceless TH. And it can also be placed towards the end. We have breathe, clothe, soothe, with. Okay? All right. Very good. So, I want you to practice this, no? Maganda sana kung talaga na practice at maririnig ko kayo. But since I'm recording this, I'll go ahead and let's have a little bit of practice by reading these phrases. Okay? Let's say number 1, through thick and thin. Okay? Through thick and thin. So, you notice there, you hear the letter H sound. Okay? May TH pa din. Matunog pa din ang letter H. 30 thirsty theater people. Okay. 30 thirsty theater people. A thick chicken broth. Yan. Okay? You don't say a thick. Okay, ibang ibig sabihin ng a thick. No? May letter H yan. It's voiceless. A thick chicken broth. To bring forth the fourth baby. Okay, to bring forth the fourth baby. Okay, take time to really include the letter H in your pronunciation. Okay, 3 healthy, wealthy, and wise astronauts. Again, 3 healthy, wealthy, and wise astronauts. Very good. Okay, so let's contrast voiced TH naman with letter D. Okay, para hindi tayo ma-confuse. So we say though, and then do. Okay, doon sa voice T, when you say though, yung dila nyo nakapoint doon sa inyong, at the back of your teeth. No? Right at the back of your teeth. But when you say do, your lip should be pointing from the bottom of your, yung upper mouth. No? Yun, doon nakatungtong, nakapoint ang inyong dila. Sa mismong roof ng inyong bibig. Okay? Pero kapag voice TH, nakapoint ang inyong dila doon sa, just right at the back of your teeth lang. So, let's continue. We say, then, these, dish, then, breathe, bread, lather, ladder, thus, and then dust. Okay, very good. Okay, so, let's pronounce correctly the voiced TH in the article THE plus the noun unit. So, I hope you will get to this part. Okay, I know I'm recording my lesson, but I hope you have reached this portion kasi this is a very important thing to remember when you are reading words na may THE. Okay? So, THE is pronounced differently depende doon sa sinusundan niyang word. Okay? Kapag ang sinusundan niyang word starts with a vowel, for example, apple, engineer, oil, owl, arm, other, umbrella, then the TH is pronounced as the. So it becomes the apple, the engineer, the oil, the owl, the arm, the odor, the umbrella. Okay? Remember that. The. Pero kapag ang noun o ang word na sinusundan ng THE ay nagsisimula sa consonant, no? Ano yung consonant uli? B, C, D, F, G, and so on and so forth. So, the THE is pronounced as the. The. Ayan, bumabagsak yung jaw, yung panganyo. The. So, it becomes the teacher, the baby, the placard, the lamb, the waiter, the mummy, the juice. Okay? Okay? So, hopefully, this is something that you practice at matutunan ninyo talaga that you practice every time na you encounter the THE word in the future. Okay? So, let's just leave this. This is supposed to be a dialogue practice. Okay. Now, another section on this module will be the stressing of words. Okay? So stressing means giving force to a word or syllable so as to give it prominence. Okay, generally, the syllable with the primary stress constitutes the peak of an utterance and is usually characterized by loudness, length, and rise in speech. Okay, so ito yung mahirap sa English, no? Kailangan mo talagang you need to be able to practice and be familiar with the words para malaman kung nasaan ang stress ng isang salita. Same with Tagalog, di ba? Kailangan mo ma-practice at malaman yung mga salita to know kung nasaan yung stress. Okay? So, yung stress, it can be characterized again by loudness. Ibig sabihin, binibigyan natin ng lakas yung pagbigkas doon sa isang syllable. Yung length, pinapahaba yung pagbigkas doon sa isang syllable, or yung rise or low in pitch, no, tumataas ang ating tono. So the stress could be in the beginning, in the middle, or in the end. So we say amateur. Okay? We don't say amateur. Okay? Nasa am ang stress. Amateur. Okay? Annotate. Bible, suspect. Okay? So, ito yung mga words na ang stress ay nasa unahan. It could also be in the middle. Condition, discover, adventure, administration, responsibility. Ayan. So, nakikita natin nasa gitna yung stress ng word responsibility. No? Wala siyang responsibility. We don't say responsibility. No, we don't say it that way. There are times people would say responsibility. Okay? Pwede naman yun, no? Acceptable naman yun for me. And then, the stress can also be placed towards the end. There are words. No, okay. Let me repeat myself. Then there are words na ang mga stress ay nasa dulo. Okay, for example, severe. Okay? Severe. Okay? Yung pagbagsak ng pitch. Severe or yung yan. Yung length. Suspect. Declare. Refer. Lament. Yan. Okay? Alright, for compound words naman, ang stress ay nasaan? It's typically on the first word or on the first syllable. So we say ballroom, cold cream, greenhouse, drugstore, blackboard, greenhorn, hot dog, wristwatch, basketball. Okay? So for this one, nasa first syllable siya. Okay? Paperclip, boyfriend, radio mechanic. Yan. Okay? Remember, pag compound words, ang stress ay either nasa first word or nasa first syllable. Alright, so can you determine where is the stress in the following words? Taxi driver, malign, hotel, afford, housekeeper, telephone, sweetheart. Okay, let's see. Yan. All right, very good. So, for the first word, the stress is on the syllable, the first syllable. For the second word, the stress is on the second syllable. For hotel, the stress is on the syllable tel. Okay, afford, the stress is on the syllable ford. For housekeeper, the stress is on how. Okay, for telephone, the stress is on te. And for sweetheart, the stress is on sweet. All right, perfect. Okay, for sentence stress naman, normally the heaviest stress falls on the content word toward the end of the sentence. Let's try this. She's calling a meeting. Okay, so the emphasis, the loudness is on the syllable me. She's calling a meeting. Okay, you drive fast. Okay, you drive fast. The audience applauded. Okay, applauded. It was a haunting song. It was a haunting song. Doesn't he rest? Doesn't he rest? Aren't you coming? Aren't you coming? Yan. Okay? So again, kapag sentence stress naman, typically the stress falls on the content word toward the end of the sentence. Alright, finally, we are on the blending. Okay, blending, also known as the linking, wherein the words flow along one word seeming to blend into the next. Okay, so the very basic ng linking, okay, class, when the basic form ng linking is when we connect two consonants and then we produce a sound. Now, for example, we connect letter B and then letter R, it becomes brr, brr. Okay, that's linking. Okay? Pero on this part na pag-aaralan natin, we're going to blend a consonant, a vowel, or it could be two consonants or two vowels from a sentence. Okay? Ayan. So, for example, we have here a tall candle. Okay? If you're going to pronounce it slowly, that's how it's gonna sound. A tall candle. But for a native speaker speaking this, okay, that person would say a tall candle. So parang nag-bridge yung a and then yung tall. Parang in effect, naging isang word lang siya, naging a tall candle. Another example, an army action. An army action. So pinagdugtong yung an tsaka army, naglink, it becomes an army action. An army action. Okay? Still with me? Very good. Alright, another example, yung ham and eggs. Okay, ham and eggs. So, if you would say it slowly, ganon yung, that's how you're gonna hear it, ham and eggs. But for a typical native speaker, he or she would say, ham and eggs. Ham and eggs. Okay? Parang naging isang word na lang siya. Same with bread and butter. Bread and butter. Okay. Same with cup of tea. Cup of tea. Okay? Typically, kapag sasabihin yan, ay cup of tea. Pero for a native speaker, you would hear them saying this, cup of tea. And then finally, we have take it or leave it. So we connect take and then it. We connect the vowel E and an I. So it sounds like take it, or leave it, leave it. In effect, para ang yung sound niya ay iisang word lang. So it becomes take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. Okay? All right. So another example. Okay, so I have here I want to be alone. Okay, so that's how it is gonna sound if you pronounce it slowly. Okay, but for a native speaker, they would bridge, they would link the words want and to, so it becomes wanna. So in effect, the sentence becomes, I wanna be alone. Okay, so the next time you hear wanna, okay, that is two words, want and to. Okay, another example. Stop playing on your phone and help me with that table. Okay, so in this kind of sentence, we see the word stop and playing. So we would connect the two consonants P. And then for the words that and table, we would connect the two T's. So it becomes stop playing.
No? In effect, parang ang tunog niya isang word na lang. Stop playing on your phone and help me with that table. That table. Yan. So this is what we call blending. All right, another thing. When I grow up, I'm going to be a teacher. So we're going to blend grow and up and then going to be a. Okay? It becomes when I grow up. Okay? Grow up. Mabilis. Parang isang word lang siya. I'm gonna be. Ayan. So, some of you already use these words. No? Gonna. Okay? So, remember gonna, it's going to be. So, in effect, it becomes when I grow up, I'm gonna be a teacher. All right. Another example. Can I help you out in the kitchen? Can I help you out in the kitchen? Okay, so we are going to blend can and I and then you and out. So in effect, it becomes, can I help you out in the kitchen? Try it on your end. Can I help you out in the kitchen? Right, very good. And then we have another example. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. So we blend take and then and then look and then not. So it becomes take a look at this. Take a look at this. Now say it naturally. Take a look at this. Again, take a look at this. All right, very good. Okay, so I think this is the very last portion of the discussion for this module, and that will be distinguishing sound differences. Okay, so second language speakers of English often confuse the pronunciations of the long and short vowel sounds of English. Students can usually recognize or pronounce these words correctly when spoken in isolation. However, when they hear the same words in a specific context, they're often unable to distinguish the difference in pronunciation. This sometimes leads to poor comprehension of spoken English. Okay, so what this section tells us is that there are words with short and long vowel sounds. And for us to distinguish the difference between these two words, we have to know, we have to understand the context to which they are being used at. Okay? So allow me to give you some examples of short vowel sounds and the long vowel sounds. For example, we have sleep and then slipped. Okay? We have bit, beat. Okay? So, nagkatalo sila sa haba nung tunog. And if that's the case, mag-iiba ang kanilang ibig sabihin. The word bit, ang ibig sabihin niyan, it's different from the word beat. Okay? So when you say the word bit, you really have to emphasize that it's a short vowel sound. You do not mispronounce it like beat when you mean bit. You know what I mean? Okay? Lip, leaped. Sheep, ship. Parang baliktad to. Dapat ship, sheep. Okay? And then pill, peel. Parang baliktad ito. Okay, slipped. Beat. Okay. Ayusin ko nga yan. Sorry. Alright. Okay. So can you distinguish? Can you pinpoint to me which of the following words have the long vowel sounds? All right. Very good. So we have number 1. It's neat. Awesome. For number 2, what will be the word that has a long vowel sound? Yes, it's the word lone. Number 3. Yes, it's the word seat. Number 4. Yes, it's the word lace. And finally, for number 5, which word has the long vowel sound? Yes, it's the word roll. Perfect. So, awesome. So there you have it, and that will be our module 4, listening for pronunciation. Thank you so much for listening, and may you all have a great day ahead. Thank you so much, and goodbye for now.